Hi, I'm Charles Band, and I'm here actually in front of a huge Yeti skeleton, which is for one of our upcoming films called The Primevals. I'm actually in an auditorium in Milwaukee. You wonder why? Well, we're in the middle of a full moon roadshow. We took a lot of our effects and fun and characters and creatures, and we're going to about 12 or 13 cities all over America. We're meeting a lot of the full moon retailers and a lot of the fans who enjoy our films. So it's been great for us, and I guess you guys just finished watching Puppet Master 5. It is the final chapter, but we are going to spin off the puppets in their own special new series called Puppet Wars. And later on next year, in '95, you'll be able to see Puppet Wars, the first chapter. In addition, of course, to Puppet Master and Puppet Wars, coming later on Full Moon this year, there's Shrunken Heads, which I'm real happy with, a very bizarre roller coaster ride. There's a show called Oblivion, which is a sci-fi western. And we have other shows coming up early next year on the Full Moon label, like Dr. Mordred and Ragdoll, and it's going to be a lot of fun. In addition to all these Full Moon pictures, we have a new label called Moonbeam that some of the younger fans and older fans alike are really getting into. We're just now about to release Dragon World, which I think by the time you see this will be out, and I think it's a picture that everyone can enjoy. And real exciting to me is next year we have a show called Josh Kirby Time Warrior. We're actually going to make 6 feature films. It's all part of a series, like a super video mini-series. And these are feature films that will be released every month at your local video store beginning around March and April. And Josh and his friends go backwards and forwards into all these different dimensions. So look for those and other Full Moon releases. And thanks again for watching our movie and enjoying the video zone.
Full Moon Entertainment electrifies the world of horror with their 5th shocking chapter in the Puppet Master series, Puppet Master 5.
This way.
Director Jeff Burr brings new life to some old friends.
Cross towards us.
What I try to do with the puppets is try to make them a little more, definitely give them more human characteristics and direct them as actors and just humans versus actual puppets.
Guys, if you can give me like biting movements, like you don't want to. Claw, bite, claw.
Convincing the actors that the puppets were alive was a snap.
It's very bizarre to be standing there and looking at something which suddenly appears to move all by itself and in a very human way. I'm just intrigued by these little creatures. I mean, each have a sort of very strange and interesting personality.
It's amazing, like how many movements they have, and that it would react, like I would touch it and it would like back up.
You know, you think, oh, puppets, and when you're reading the script and stuff, but he really is scary.
Dr. Jennings?
Susie?
Oh, where are you, you little buggers?
Come to Papa.
Working with puppets can be a pain in the neck.
You're already dead, so you have to try to do it.
Okay. This little monster was really here. It was really on my neck.
You do a scene with a puppet, you're changed for life.
Well, I have to go to 2 therapy sessions a day as a result. That's how upsetting it is.
Why do I have to stay here? No, seriously. I mean, why is it always me?
The puppet's realistic appearance sparked intense competition on the set.
The stars of the movie, let's face it, are the puppets.
Actually, the puppets, yeah, they're the stars. They're the stars.
I think basically Nick and I and Willard were trying to steal the movie from the puppets, but I think we're losing.
Dr. Jennings?
Okay, look, between me and you, that little puppet is not the star of the movie, okay? I tell you this, those puppets can't do Shakespeare. Now think about that.
Creating the stars of the show is puppet mechanic supervisor Mark Rappaport and his team of puppeteers.
This is our new demon, the most complicated puppet we've built yet. This puppet has really taken us to a new step in puppetry. It's on a slave system, it's very involved, and takes a lot of time to create.
He's more complex than the other puppets, and as you can see, he's pretty skinny. That's what makes him a little bit different. He has something like 48 cables going into him, which is pretty tight. He's mostly plastic is what he is, and so it's just little parts rubbing against one another. No real hinges or joints. And of course, except for the slave mechanism, this is, you know, this is his arm here. You got the wrist, and there's some finger movement, and then there's a rotation. He's sort of my slave, I suppose you could say. Whatever I do, he'll imitate. This guy needs 4 puppeteers on controllers, and sometimes there's a 5th who will grab him by the legs and walk him through a scene if need be.
On-set puppetry work can cause complications.
Sometimes you have upwards of 8 or 9 or 10 puppeteers in different shots that you have to hide, and you want to hide them creatively. You don't want to, like, oh gee, I know there's a guy right off the frame right that's lugging a wire and you know, squeezing a trigger.
Cable controls are not the only way of moving the puppets.
Sometimes we have a puppet that's made for use on set, which in the case of this one, which is operated by cable and pneumatic controllers. And that's done in live action at normal speed with a regular camera, just like you'd film an actor. And sometimes those puppets appear with the actors. Other cases, you might shoot the puppet to be used in a superimposed composite scene that's filmed where the puppet is married into a scene that's been filmed earlier. Sometimes they're animated through stop-motion animation, which is even more complicated. But where they have to do very particular synchronized things, sometimes we have to do animation.
Some of that animation can be handled by using an additional film crew for the more complicated shots.
I think we got it.
The reason we're shooting the puppets in second unit rather than with the actors is that it takes a long time to set these puppets up in the different action situations that are required, and costs a lot of money to have actors standing around and waiting for puppeteers to prepare reverse angles and so forth. Shots where the puppets are only shown by themselves, like this sequence, there's really no reason to do it in first unit.
Second unit work requires careful planning and a little bit of movie magic.
So we recreated a portion of the hotel lobby here, and we can kind of shoot at our own leisure. Some of how small this set isn't going to be apparent, I hope, when you see the picture. But also, the sequence was deliberately contrived to move the action of the puppets from one part of the hotel lobby to a more confined corner of the lobby. So this is really all of the lobby that we require to finish the film up.
Animating the puppets isn't the only special effect for Puppet Master 5. Intensive opticals play an intricate part. Without them, we'd have to rely on experiments like these to illuminate Decapitron.
We have 2 induction coils, about 15,000 volts, that shoot 6-inch sparks. Now, it took a while to figure this out. This is something we're constantly shocking each other. It wasn't too bad. It was like somebody smacking you in the head with a frying pan. But other than that, we were able to get a really nice electrical display, and you also have opticals doing a wonderful electrical display up here also. So we'll really bring it to life.
Puppet Master 5, a new twist on some familiar faces.